challenges did you face as you started out?
Okay, I can say, other than resource-wise, the thing that was really required is a name for guys to know you. Yeah, it's like, if you start a company and guys don't know that company, no matter how good your product is, guys don't buy it. But if it's a product with a name, people buy it. So as for me, I think we were the first people with Atram to start selling computers in wholesale price, selling even to guys from Nairobi. So with that, many people, because I was the technician on site at Atram, many people came to know that if you want anything regarding IT, computer accessories, etc., just go to William. And so when that stuck into their heads that it's me who is selling those things and not my boss, they never knew that that thing doesn't belong to me. They knew that it's me who does everything. So if you want a monitor, a hard disk, system units, name them, I was the one dealing with the customers. And by the time I was starting with that old mzee, he never knew anything about IT. So I was the one who was guiding him. A customer comes there, I want a machine, these specs, which can do this and that. Hey, William, please assist him. So, what do you want to do with it? I want to do graphics. Graphics, just take this. If you take a lower version than this, so they started having trust in me. But then it was a family business. It reached a point that we had some issues with he brought his kid in. I was teaching him some of the IT things. So on seeing that this thing is a family issue, and I cannot go to tell the dad some of the shoddy things the kid was doing, I decided instead, let me resign. So I resigned and started my own. And this one of mine, because I never had any capital, and I stay in Kitty, I started it from Kitty. So my workshop was based basically in Kitty, where I stay. That's how I started it. I never had any big capital. I just had one machine. And that machine, funny enough, I had saved to buy that machine for around 7 months. That one piece. Yeah, and it's the one I started with.
What are your current business challenges?
Well, I can say the main challenge in IT line of business, major challenge is knowledge. Because in IT, it's not like selling tomatoes that you can wake up one morning and say that, well, from today I'll start with buying a crate of tomatoes. And no, it's knowledge. So it's you either know it or you don't. And most of these guys of IT I met in Nakuru, sorry to say so, but they were very mean in giving knowledge. In Nairobi, I have guys from the university who are teaching me a lot of things without feeling any bitterness, free of charge. But here in Nakuru, you ask someone to show you something small, they see it as this is my competitor. If I show him this, tomorrow he'll not be sending customers to me, he'll be doing it himself and he'll be making money. Knowledge is the major challenge, I can say I faced, other than capital and everything. Because with IT, like me, I'm now grassroots, local. Most of the jobs I do at grassroots, I deal with our watu wa kawaida, now this common wananchi as you call it. So somebody comes with a machine. Hii machine yangu najaribu kuiwasha haiwaki. What am I going to do? You see, now kama ujui, you'll just give a definite answer. Hii ni power supply imeungua. Kumbe maybe it's even not the power supply, it's the power cable. He goes to another one, anaeka power cable, anamwambia hii hata ikuwe imeungua, it's okay, it's the power cable. Kwa sababu you gave an answer without even checking the machine. So unaona kuna knowledge mingi. We have a lot of things that you should know, and you know them gradually. IT, you don't learn everything within one day. You know them slowly by little by little, whether you like it or not. And the big problem is that many people here will not be ready to show you things on a silver plate. You will be learning them by yourself. Like me, I learned, in fact, after those guys from Nairobi. most of my problems. When customer asks me of a problem, I'm watch a machine, I'll check it, then I'll give you feedback, give me a number. After that, I go to the internet, I do research. So I used to learn quite a lot of things through the net. Yeah, you can imagine learning hardware. You know me, I deal with hardware. Hardware is the physical parts of the computer. You can imagine learning how to troubleshoot those things via the internet. Very difficult. There's a company I used to work for in Nairobi called Plan Engineers. I had an engineer who used to tell me, why do you take 6 hours to do something that you could have asked me? Since I was there before you, I could have shown you so that you would have taken like 30 minutes to sort it out. And I was just seeing what you are doing and I knew it. You will not succeed. So please, if you have a problem, just come to me and ask. Now you see that you should come to me and ask. Here, whom are you going to ask? Nobody.
How do you keep the fire burning in the face of the challenges?
That one is it's a little bit difficult, but you see, as long as you are in IT, for you to be relevant in your industry, you must keep on updating yourself, which I know is expensive. And you know with me, most of the things, I learn them the hard way. I hear that there's something new in the market. In most cases, I use my own cash to go and purchase. I will purchase that thing, try to work with it, know its difficulties, so that by the time a customer, like Windows 7, there's an operating system called Windows 7. So by the time it was coming to the market, say like the year 2008, guys were like, this thing is bad. By the way, it was Vista, not even Windows 7, it was called Vista. This thing is bad, this OS is so slow, stuff like that. But then I used to tell them, don't say that this thing is bad without giving reason. Because with technology, if something new comes up, it means it's better than the previous. It's your machines which are not good. So as they were complaining, I was using it. So I knew of its shortcomings. This one can do this and this. This one can do this and this. Before they come to it, I was running on, I'd already jumped to Windows 7. So you see, that is, I'm running with time. As guys are still complaining, we want this operating system. I'm already in Vista. So by the time they are in Vista, they come to me, I already know its problem. And I'm in Windows 7. If they ask me of the contrast between the two and the advantages and disadvantages, I already know them. If it is machines, I usually buy various types of machines. I don't choose I will just deal with this one. So as I buy them, I open them, I try to troubleshoot them. With the time, I know that these latest machines can do this and that. These older versions of machines, they can do this. And these are the advantages that these latest machines have over this one. So with this, you have to be ahead, both in software and hardware. And there money is involved, whether you like it or not. Because a customer cannot come to you with a laptop, then you start guessing or telling me, I think if it's not this problem, it must be this. This is a problem. Like there's a time this laptops came, the one Safaricom are selling. So with these laptops, you cannot install Windows 7. XP. They basically come with Windows 7. But there is a setting, if you go to the setup, you can change it so that it accepts. The operating system. You're not there. We have some guys who are old fashioned. Mi nataka XP yenye nimezoea. Hii ingine mi sitaki. There's a setting you go to, you change it, you reverse it so that it will take this other operating system. You see, that is technology. And that one is you either know it or no. How do you know it? Internet. Research. So you must always keep yourself updated. Internet, research, plus money. Because you must have to buy some of these things so that you know how they are working. You can open them. But if you don't have money, you cannot go and buy a machine, open it, assemble it, or disassemble it.
What are your future plans?
If I have a good capital, right now, I'm basically based in an estate. And in the estate, I basically depend mostly on, as I told you, I'm staying near Kitty. Kitty means Kenya Industrial Training Institute. That's a big institute. So I basically rely on students from the institute. Then we have Nakuru High School. I also rely on students from Nakuru High School. But you see, that one is a limited, something that is somehow limited. So I'm thinking, if God grants me money, like beginning of next year, I want to open like a shop here in town so that I can be employing and training, in Kitty, with students who must teach them, sell to them machines, and also do maintenance and repair to them. So I'm thinking of leaving guys from the college there. As I open another one here in town, I also leave somebody, because me, I like training the young guys. I leave them there as they sell that for me, because me, I know how to take my stocks. So as long as me, I'm comfortable that my stocks are okay and I can pay the house rent and remain with something, I have no problem. So I'm thinking of having like 3 or 4 shops within Nakuru and also maybe outside. I'm thinking of places like Kericho or Eldoret, because competition in towns like Kericho, Eldoret or Nyeri is not that big. But you see, if I say that I want to go and compete with guys in Nairobi, guys who are bringing containers, I'll be lying to myself at the moment. So I'm thinking of having like 2 shops here, a shop in Eldoret, a shop in Kericho, a shop in Nyeri. So me, I'll just be going around, taking stocks and knowing what is happening by God's grace. Yeah.
What resources do you need to achieve your goals?
If at least I can get some knowledge, but not papers. Most of us say, I want papers so that I can look for a job. But I'm past that stage. Me, I think if I can get some knowledge, at least learn some things in some serious places, especially hands-on, practical, I think it will be of great assistance than giving me cash. Because at the moment, at least with the works I'm doing, like there's a time I was called in Nyandarua School for the Deaf. I go and repair their machines. I've gone to a lot of institutes and I've seen that the major obstacle that many people are facing is just simple knowledge. You call a technician, come and see for me, this thing is not working, please. These guys, they want money. They will tell you. Even if it's your cable, power cable which has a problem, as I said earlier. Takwambia to the power supplies, then look for 2,500, I'll replace it for you. What you will do, you will go with the power supply and the power cable, replace the power cable, which is worth 250 shillings, and charge you 2,500 shillings, and you'll pay.
What advice would you give to aspiring and current SMEs?
Many people don't consider it important. I think is just trust, capital and trust. Because you can imagine if guys usually give me money. Me, there's a time I was robbed. I used to have a cyber cafe. So I had a lot of machines and guys came with guns and they stole all my machines from the cyber. I started from zero. I had nothing. That is in 2009. But because of the trust, guys come, they give me money. Hey, if computer of this specs, how much are you going to sell me this amount? You are sure? Yeah. Please, my trust is in you. I don't want to go to the shop. Just take this money. At what time do I come for it? Jioni. Mtu anakuhesabia 20k anakupea even without seeing what you are selling. You see, I think trust is extremely crucial. Because if guys can't trust you, you are not going anywhere. Atakupea aje pesa. And he knows very well that with this 20k, maybe what you are going to purchase, you have a profit of like 2,000 shillings or 1,500. But he doesn't care about that. All the guy wants is quality and assurance from you. But he has trusted you and even paid you upfront, full amount, without even seeing what you are selling to, what you are selling to him or her. You see, trust is quite crucial. Then after trust, I think I can put money, because of course without money, you can't pay the house rent, you can't pay electricity, you just can't start. For you to start, you must have at least a little capital, just to pay the house, for startup.